Fired? Have you recently lost your job with a major toy manufacturer? Tariffs got you down? You may be entitled to sharing your story on a major media streaming outlet. We want you to dish the dirt. Call Circle of Jerks at 900-555-0979. We will exploit you for our personal gain. That number again is 900-555-0979. Circle of Jerks. Every client gets a cookie.
Oh my God. Yo, neighbors, not Baldy Locks reviews. Circle of Jerks special missions, HASLAB reveal and recap, and we have a special guest tonight, B's Battlegrounds. But first, we're going to bring our dancers to the stage, and let's start with the one who has another show tonight. So he's double booked tonight. He gets a lot of engagement. So let's give him a warm welcome to the stage. Well, that's not the right song. There we go. Woo-hoo-hoo! What's up, Larry?
Hey, I'm like, I have nothing better to do. I'm going to sit in this seat for like 8 hours.
Yeah, but it's like Christmas for G.I. Joe. I mean,
It is
the best Yo Joe June ever.
Like Christmas, and it's about snow.
And it is about snow. Good tie-in there, buddy.
Good like that.
Speaking of our buddies, let's bring together to the stage, or get your hands together, and let's bring to the stage the lovely, sexy David Stack of Toy Opera. Ooh, a little Baroness action. That was hot. That was super hot, man.
She's got a better bum than I do.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Speaking of big bones, we're gonna bring he's probably got the biggest bone in his pants. Let's go with Action Media. Harry. What's going on, Terry? I think you're on mute, buddy.
You're on mute, dude.
Howdy ho.
This is a freaking professional show. Can you please?
Is that what we're calling it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so professional. I'm realizing right now I never loaded the slides, but I'll load
Welcome to the club, dude.
I'm gonna load those slides after we bring our next guest, and then we'll have Spec go into the comment section and say hi to everybody. But I mean, an appropriate number. We got 69 people watching right now. So we're not going to bring, this guy's not a dancer. Okay.
How do
but
we
our
know?
next guest, we do have a special intro that I've been sitting on for a couple weeks here.
Bees! Bees! Bees in the car! Bees everywhere! God, they're huge! They're ripping my flesh off!
What's up, Bobby? Thank you for shaving your head for this episode.
No problem. I thought the requirement was you had to be bald to be here, so
That is part of the requirement. I mean, listen, that's just how we are here.
that's fair. I've been sitting on this for since the last time I was supposed to be here, but I got sick, so.
God damn, Travis, you're already coming in being that passive aggressive. Holy shit.
All right, so I guess it's time to go to the chat section. We'll let's Beck handle that while I professionally load the slideshow.
Okay. Coming in at 2:14 p.m. It was not Stanley. Stanley, you're losing ground, buddy. It was Mr. Iceman, SP.
Wow.
And hi. We got Triple D's Dungeons. We are here on a Monday night. Steve Martin, we have now made his Monday complete. I think us going on live tonight had him find his special purpose.
Awesome.
We got Blitz 0065, Yo Snow. We got TK Yair. I'm going to pronounce that like a Y, as if I'm in the Netherlands. We have Fleming MG Gmail. How's it going? Machine Man, what's up? David R8389. Jason Steele. Sean Jones 375. Derek Holyman. You changed your name. You added numbers in Leet Speak. I'm not even going to try. Darth Berkey. I like that name. Ronnie Trickshot. What's up, mate? Rondo Toys. Hi, it's me. Hi, it is you. Thank you for the support on my video. I appreciate that. We have Nostrum82. Wilverine.
Hey, look what I got for him.
Uh-oh.
Oh, sexy.
Is that the punk Verine?
That's Batman or Wolverine 97. And look at it. It really does look like two Batmans kissing.
Yeah, I think you got to get it a little bit closer to the camera, but yeah, I've seen that picture before. Once you see it, you can't unsee it.
It's even better when you're looking at the figure and you're like, yeah, that's two Batmans kissing.
Oh, where'd it go? All right, I lost my spot. All right, Sean Forrester, John Berkey, Toy Kinda Mood. Bobby isn't bald, he's boycotting. Oh, you better pull out that Bic. Crash 2427. Hello, Crash. Shark Eyes. What's cracking, boys? How's it going, Adam? BQ King. Frank Dumonu. What's up, Frank? Mr. David T. Allen. Hello, David.
Oh, we were just talking about you. What a sweetheart you are.
Yes, we were.
Johnny B. 5454. Bronx Rob 1552. Mr. Stanley Eberhard. I've gotten about an increase of 200 subs, which is pretty awesome.
That is pretty, and it was cheap, right? You didn't pay too much for those.
No, just a couple cents per sub.
All right, that's awesome.
Hi, it's me, Sean Jones. Menjoza. We have Mr. Menjoza.
Menjoza.
Debo DNA, what's up, bud? Good to see you. Shark Eyes. Mr. Roper. Hello, Mr. Roper.
What a great name. Great name.
Let It Roll 9044. Dom Von Doom. That's also a good name. I like that one. Action J. That's a good name too.
Oh wait, Don Von Doom. I saw you in the HASLAB chat today, and you asked why did Emily say this was the 5th G.I. Joe HASLAB? Do you guys know the answer?
Yeah, Sky Striker.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was difficult.
You didn't say classified. She said
Yeah.
G.I. Joe.
She said G.I. Joe.
Yeah. Mr. Liquid Identity. How's it going? Marauder Ruben. Hello. Jake Anderson 5757. We are the Monday Jerks.
Yep.
Or did I have the Monday Jerks? I don't know. It's like I have the Monday, the Tuesday, the Wednesday. Sometimes I take Thursday off with the Jerks. I don't.
Technically, Jerk and Games are on today, so there's 2 versions of Jerks on tonight.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a lot of Jerks.
And they're excellent, too. So, I mean, if you have to make a choice, catch us on the replay. I don't care.
We'll be done.
Go ahead.
They don't go on till 8.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Triple D's Dungeons has been a member for 7 months. We have not been doing this for 7. Oh, because that's on Punk's channel, right?
On Punk's
Yes.
channel.
Oh, okay. That doesn't count. Goodbye, Mr. Triple D. Fuck. Tristan T. What's up, Tristan?
All right, we have 633 slides to get through, so let's go.
I'm hurrying. But here's another great name, Mr. Just Plain Yogurt. And Mr.
This
Mel
one
Brooks,
is new, and he's
Mr.
on my
Mel
channel.
Brooks just turned 99 yesterday.
Awesome.
While he's gonna play Yogurt again in the Spaceball sequel, that guy is a national treasure.
He is.
I think Will Bell. Hello, William Bell. Not Rachel. Cal Shave. Graph. MCR. Raging Sherbert. That might be the best name.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'll put this one up just to say thank you so much. Mr. E. Worthy, what's up? Big M. Rex Ship. Justin the Rant. Justin I can't even read that right now. My eyes are going cross-eyed. Hello, Justin Thur Anderson.
Just another Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
Another.
Todd C. Clint Jorgensen. Hello, Clint. Snow Wolf. Hopefully you're more excited than bummed about today's announcement, Mr. Snow Wolf. And Stargazer. Oh shit. And TK Storm. E-crew.
Nice. Okay. All right. Are we good?
Just Plain Yogurt was the collector.
Oh, okay. Then I do know who he is.
Okay. All right, we're good now, right?
I think so.
All right, we're all caught up. All right, great. Let's go. So listen, I'm just going to start it off real quick and we'll revisit this question at the end, but we'll start with Bobby B, Terry Punk, Toy Optics. Bobby, are you backing this HASLAB?
Yes. Yeah.
All right, perfect. Terry?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You just said it was trash off
It's hot garbage, man. I have to back it.
Punk, do you think you're going to back this shit?
This is not worthy of a HASLAB. They once said it wouldn't have to be a HASLAB. This is them just trying to steal money. Yes, I backed it.
All right. Perfect. And Spec.
My wife's standing right here, so I'm not allowed to say. And then she shook her head and closed the door on me.
So, did she shake it like this or like
We
that?
saw the picture.
She's always like,
We all saw
cracking
the
her
picture
knuckles
that
as
she
she's walking
took.
away.
Wait, did you share the picture of her taking the picture of you taking pictures?
no,
I know
I'll
you
do
shared
that in a
that.
second. But we do have a super chat from Mr. Triple D's.
Triple D's nuts. I love it.
Zen, I'll let you take that while I go find that picture.
All right. Yeah, listen, you're going to know when to insert the picture.
No, the picture that Punk is talking about.
Yeah, I know. You're going to know when to do it.
Oh, okay.
When you see the slideshow. It's a couple minutes. Triple D says, would you rather me say hello here?
Oh, he must have switched channels. I can't tell when people are on different channels or whatever.
That's right. We're going to figure that out. We've been talking about it. We're going to figure it out.
Baldy's channel won't have that little link.
Right.
So if he's doing that from Baldy's, there's no link. But other than that, you don't know.
Well, first, let me get myself to the bottom here. Bobby's our guest. We'll get him right in the middle where any cookie should be. And we're going to introduce Bobby Bees of Bees Battleground with these pictures here that we have.
And another thank you, KJ. Much appreciated.
So, Bobby, we appreciate you joining us tonight. Tell us a little bit about your little channel.
I like a lot of military figures from both domestic and import, and I've been called a plastic expert by some toy CEOs, so that's always a plus.
I have two.
Yeah, Punk did too. I'll have more of that later this week when a product arrives that's related to that video. So, but yeah, I just like G.I. Joe. I'm a Joe vs. Cobra era baby, so I'm a little on the younger side of things, but I grew out of it, got back into it, and been into it ever since. So,
all right. Well, Spec spent days putting together these pictures. How do you feel about the likeness?
I think they're pretty hilarious, and I definitely want them. So
I just found a picture from a Joe vs. Cobra era vehicle that I think you'll want for your collection.
So I want to say something about that. So quickly, the other picture you have, he looks like Taylor Sheridan.
Taylor Sheridan?
Yeah, from all the.
Yeah, I know who he is. I just don't know what. I guess he was an actor at one point, so I think
he acts in every single one of them. That's why I know what he looks like.
He's a good-looking dude, right?
He's fit like the guy below us. And
does he ride a honey spitting bee?
He rides a horse. I don't know about a honey spitting bee.
Well, then it's not as cool.
But hey, that might be his next TV series he's doing.
Hey, you never know.
Honey spitting bees coming
with
out
shorts.
With shorts.
How many his shorts?
Or jorts. Are they jorts?
No, they're cargo.
Yeah, those are cargo.
You got the pockets for the extra stuff, the storage.
But he's a dad now, so maybe he should have a pair. Well, I guess cargo is more dad style than jorts are. All right, let's get. This is ridiculous. All right, let's.
What do you expect?
Yeah, this is a professional show. So, speaking of HASLAB, this is our HASLAB from last year. We weren't supposed to get one this year, but this is the HASLAB from last year. And for Yojo June, it got here just in time. People start to get them. Bobby, Punk, how's it feel to not be first? Because Spec got it first. He knocked it out. And he just went on mute as we're about to ask him about his video.
You can ask.
Dude, what happened? How'd you do this?
I'm the magic man. I live close to the distribution center.
Yeah, but Bobby lives in the basement at Hasbro.
He pissed off the night manager.
Bobby, have you even gotten a update?
No, I haven't gotten anything.
Neither have I.
But I make the joke with my wife every time a HASLAB starts to ship. I'm like, oh, I'm going to take a day off work when it finally arrives. That way I can get it and mess with it all day and everything. And I'm pretty sure for the Hiss Tank and the Dragonfly, they both kind of were like, it was either the day before or the day of. I got like all my notifications at once for it, and then it just arrived. So I don't know what to expect with the Rattler.
Yeah, in full transparency, I do live near the distribution center. I have a buddy, a close collector buddy, who lives even closer, but he's about 10, 15 minutes away from me. He got the Dragonfly first last year, but he's same issue the rest of us have, space. So he's never in a rush to open them. So he let me come get it. And then when mine came in, I gave him mine. And it was the same with the Rattler. He got his Rattler. I actually still have no notification. So they're doing these in batches. Mine will probably show up in August, if I had to guess, based on my last name. And he was like, dude, I don't even know where this is going. He's like, so take this one and then just give me yours whenever it shows up.
I'll tell you what, I don't know how the frig they're doing this. Do you guys remember at all, like, the dates that you backed it?
I was right away. Like this one here, I was under 1,000. Same with that one.
Yeah,
I was probably 300 or 400 on the Dragonfly.
Yeah,
right. I started doing backwards because every HASLAB I've gotten is towards the end of them, and I thought it was due to our location, being this far over. But I think Bobby got his shortly before mine, and he's further than I am. So, and then I started seeing other people on the East Coast getting it. So I have no idea.
So I'm East Coast, and mine will be here, I think, either tomorrow or Wednesday. So
when did you back it? Right away?
I didn't back it. I'm telling you, it was at the very end.
That's what I'm starting to wonder, if it's like, if they're going backwards. And you would think that Skeletron did everything in the order that people backed it, and that's how it should be. And that's how they really should do it, like in order of how people backed them. That's how they should ship them out. But there's no rhyme or reason for it at all. I mean,
but without knowing, I don't know how many Skeletron things were backed and sent, because there were 24,000 Rattlers, and then
well, that's what I'm saying. Either go backwards or do it in region. Again, it would make sense to ship everyone out that's closest to you just to get them out. But there's no rhyme or reason for it. I mean, that's all I'm saying.
I think it should be set up. And not again, but I don't know how much it costs to do this or how the logistics work. But say like iPhones, right? The day an iPhone is dropped, Apple has already put everything on their ships from China, sent them to their global distribution centers. So like wherever in the States they have a distribution center, they are there on pallets waiting. and then everybody gets them on the same day, and then it's not a, that's their guarantee. And I don't know if it's even possible for Hasbro to do that or worthwhile, but I don't know. Both the well, not both, with the, because I only got one Dragonfly, but the Hiss Tank and the Rattler, I backed one right at the beginning, and then if I bought extras, I backed them at the end, and they all still show up on the same day.
Yeah, it's wild. Well, let me ask you guys this. I don't know. I guess I joked at the beginning, but was this the greatest Yojo June ever?
It was so amazing. Hey, Punk, read the comment on screen.
They're sending them. Oh wait,
they're sending them in height order. A Punk with Toys is going to be last. Well, that sounds about right.
Unless Seth Green ordered one, then he'll be last.
You know what? Very true. I'll be close to last.
Bobby, were you impressed with this Yojo June or no?
No, certainly not. June doesn't show up randomly anytime throughout the year. It's the same time every year. I don't know why they can't get product and then have it ready to ship right away or whatever. And I know they're going through the factory changes and all that bullshit and everything. But people were celebrating like, "Oh, we got figures already. We got that wave." I'm like, that wave was pre-ordered over 6 months ago. Yeah. Just because it happened to show up in June doesn't mean it was, worth it, in my opinion. So
yeah, I will tell you, logistically, they did not plan that.
Yeah.
Those things just showed up when they showed up and happened to get out at that time. I mean, you can request that they expedite it, but that's about it. So, Punk and Spec, would you say best Yojo June ever?
No. But
or would you guys say it was on the shitter?
Are his nuts hanging out of the side? What's going on?
I'm not really sure. We can't get in trouble for this, right?
No, it's the ribs on the side of his underwear, right? That's the elastic banding. I feel, I don't remember last year's Yojo June. I know that there were only 1 or 2 live streams. We didn't get one every week, so I wasn't expecting one every week this year. And I think there were, I don't remember if we got drops every week or not, but I feel like we keep building these up. So like how they build up their 1027 event, and then it's always like, that's it. And so I feel like we build these up and then we sort of set ourselves up for disappointment. And I just always sort of look at it as like, they'll give us what they give us and I'm happy to get it. Was the ball dropped? Yeah, they could have done a lot better job, but I think that they're kind of bound by their marketing.
Yeah.
And then I think, we heard about all those layoffs that Hasbro had this month. And I think that affected their marketing and their social media and all that stuff. And I don't know. There's a lot of overlap. And
well, Bees, you live in the basement there. So what do you know about like the marketing and the social media?
I don't think there's much of any going on. So
yeah.
So.
But they're allegedly, like, I think it was Emily and BMAC. They're not just on G.I. Joe, they're on all the other brands and stuff too, or whatever, I guess. But I don't know. I have seen, I guess, more movement from the G.I. Joe page in recent weeks, I guess.
Yeah.
So I think the one thing that people tend to forget is that Hasbro owns G.I. Joe, so they have to do all the marketing for everything. I know people like 3-Star got really pissed off about it, but this isn't Yojo, or this isn't, Yojo Classified June. It's supposed to be Yojo June. It's supposed to be everything. So the Super 7 stuff, whether you like it or not, that's part of it. The stuff that comes out for the video game, the announcement, the stuff for the comic books, all that type of stuff is supposed to be integrated into it. Everyone just expects to see only classified. That's what I focus on. I wish I had more. But I also understand from a marketing standpoint of what they own that there's other stuff.
And 6'10". Oh, God damn it, he changed his name. 6'10" Mason Rule Yojo Daddy says, "Amen, Punk." And then Mr. Travis Moody is helping you out with your HASLAB surcharge there, Baldy.
Yeah. So I don't know if I got a screenshot of that, but did you guys see the surcharge that's
Yes.
on the HASLAB.
But if you're a premium member, it
Yep.
goes away. It's like
Right.
they didn't list it very well because then it says $295. But like,
It was really weird.
Yeah.
Very convoluted.
It's weird. Did you see that, Bobby?
Yeah, I didn't understand it at first, but I was like, well, it's still coming out to $325 or whatever. So I was like, I don't care.
Yeah. It's freaking odd.
So is it $325 with the surcharge removed, or is it $325 and the surcharge is part of that $325, or does it get added onto it?
No, it gets I think the way I took it was if you're not a premium member, it gets added on. So I don't know if this is a way to offset tariffs or potential tariffs.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
I think it's shipping, because in mine it said like shipping $699, which obviously is not the right shipping price for that size vehicle. And then it said surcharge under that, but then of course then it says premium member, and then it subtracts both of those.
Yeah, maybe somebody in the chat will have an answer as to what that surcharge is. I didn't really look into it. But
KJ says it's an incentive to go sign up for premium.
Yeah, pretty much.
He says Steiner math.
that's not, I don't think that's an incentive per se. That's a kind of a dick marketing move.
Yeah, freight shipping for non-premium members.
Well, no, it's an incentive to say, hey, you know what? Listen, if you sign up for premium, you're not only you're going to get all these exclusives sent to you free, and it's not just G.I. Joe, it's Marvel, it's Star Wars, or anything else that you're buying through there. Plus, hey, this surcharge that everyone else gets hit. Hey, you're a member that you're only going to pay $50 for it. Hey, that's half the price right here. They probably jumped that membership probably jumped up tremendously today when people saw that.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you buy enough Hasbro product, whether it's G.I. Joe or everything else, right, it pays for itself. So there's always that argument. I'm trying to pull up if I can see the surcharge, but whatever. So we, best kept secret of all time.
First off, I want to address this. JLS, you cannot be happy for people that are excited. All right? You either like it or you don't. And if you don't like it, you shit on everyone else that liked it. Come on. You know how this goes.
That's actually a fair assessment. I mean, hate it. I think it's better if we just hate it.
Well, you have to hate it and then still get it on your channel somehow, whether you got it from your brother or your friend or whatever. You still have to report on all the news. You still got to keep generating that content for it.
Oh, you know what I like? I like when it's a subscriber sent it to me. I like those ones.
Yeah.
You mean, wait a minute. You mean subscribers are not just buying extra HasLabs to send to their favorite YouTubers?
No, I mean, it's on the internet.
I'm sorry. I mean, I got this sent to me for free. This guy really likes me, and now I actually have some classified here.
That is a good version of.
That's the first time
Punk.
ever.
Did you ever watch a Punk with Toys? You sounded just like him.
Really? I sound like him?
Oh man. Let's see what else I put in here. Do you guys?
This guy has the coolest shirts.
He's got the best shirts, but he's always waiting for something. He looks like, I guess he looks excited. Are you guys?
He's probably waiting for his Rattler still.
I think we all can agree. We're kind of excited. I was a little surprised by it. I was a little surprised by the offering here. I mean, they had all these cool pictures, right?
It's so minimal. It's garbage.
So
I don't get snow where I live. It's tiny. It doesn't do enough. It doesn't come with enough. It doesn't come with locked singular figures.
No one really. I mean, if they would have gotten rid of the lights and maybe some of the other things and got rid of all the extras, the extra tiers, they could have had this for $125 easily. Really, they probably could have gone $50, but that still is way more than I spent in 1985 when I got it. So I'm not really happy.
Now, listen, I still have flag points, so that should offset some of the cost.
You should try that.
Yeah, what did you guys think of this?
I think that's awesome. What was that? What was that remote control car? The T-Rex or something? So it would like stand up like that, and then it.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Well, listen, I get the I mean, I guess I get the functionality of this, but this is all I saw.
You didn't think that when they pulled the kitchen out of the side?
Oh, and I don't have a picture of that.
All right. Now I need an Eddie and Chavo Guerrero.
Bees, what did you think of the hydraulics?
I thought it was a weird thing to point out, but I mean, it's definitely a nice feature to have especially for photography purposes or whatever. So there's some vehicles out there that don't have any like suspension at all, so it works out pretty well.
Yeah.
Do the turrets go up and down?
Oh, Cobra Commander in his little spiel made sure he commented about the turret doing 360 and tilting up and down. So I thought that was a nice touch. I couldn't imagine designing a vehicle and forgetting that.
Why Cobra Commander was really like, he was shitting on the fans, man.
Look at Rad Toys Galaxy makes a really good point there. It should have an opening jaw like the Thunder Tank in that pose. It's like a hungry hippo. That's what it looks like.
I think the point is it's supposed to be like crawling over a snowbank or a rock or something.
Yeah, it's climbing up something. And I actually think I like it. And I think for photography, I think it's going to look really good.
I think it's going to come into play for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And then they showed this guy, Farley.
Chris?
Who names a kid
Definitely
Farley?
not Chris Farley. We'll get into this guy a little bit more later, but this is Frostbite. Are you guys familiar with Frostbite?
I am. And I'm glad they went with his classic weapon.
Yeah, I think I have him in a tub with all my other O-rings somewhere.
Not in a tub like that one guy that I sent a picture of.
No, not like that one guy.
That is not going to be on here. But if you guys go to Instagram, look up Return of the Nerd.
Revenge of the Nerd, I think, right? Revenge of the Nerd?
Is it Revenge or Return of the Nerd?
No, I think it's Revenge.
Ooh. Yeah. Is the guy that won't sell to Travis?
Yeah.
That's Return of the Nerd.
Return of the Nerd.
Return of the Nerd. Go on his Instagram.
That dude's a very interesting dude.
He's an interesting character. He's into tub play. Bobby, do you buy from him?
I haven't bought from him in probably 2 years. He had a bunch of issues with getting product or something like that. Then he got a bunch of product late, and then still like had some outrageous prices on it.
We got blacklisted. Like all of
you.
I
remember him making the
Chaz.
Yeah, I never bought from him, but I followed him, and then I kind of unfollowed him after it. But I remember like one of his last posts before I unfollowed him was a video going off saying he will not sell to YouTubers. Like he's done.
Why is that? Does anyone know?
I don't know. Travis, you're still in the chat. Do you know why?
The last thing I got from him was actually last December. So it was the Xandar and Leatherneck. So it is what it is. All right, so we got this guy, and we'll get into him more. But I really was impressed with this, a little more so than I thought.
Yeah,
it came out really, really cool.
It looks beefy, but it looks right being as beefy as it is.
Yeah,
like it doesn't look like they beefed it up just to say, "Hey, this." We're gonna make it worthwhile. When I look at it, I'm like, this is how it should, with the big treads on the back. Yeah. I think it looks great. In all honesty, and they did. If you look at it, what's the CAT stand for? It says what CAT stands for right there.
Yeah, combat all terrain.
They are using that all terrain for a specific reason. They're not saying that it's just for snow.
Can we call it the CAT-at?
I like the CAT-at.
That sounds right.
I like that. Good job.
Awesome. I thought I was gonna get groans.
No, Baldy and I laugh at our own jokes.
We do laugh at our own jokes.
Because they're good.
Is this what you were expecting, Bees?
No. Because like I think Punk said it best. This thing's like it's huge, but it doesn't look like it's overscaled or oversized. It looks like it fits perfect in the classified world. And then as far as like what I'm pretty pumped for it with the I'm gonna pull up my notes real quick because I had to write a bunch of shit down this morning. I like to do the photography side of things, so they sold it to me as a dio, and I know they preach that centerpiece thing, and I mean the Dragonfly is cool, but it's fucking huge. I don't know where I'm going to put the Rattler, and my HISS tank's just kind of chilling on top of the DTOF with the fire team.
It's called the HISS.
I mean, it's a tracked armored vehicle, but to each their own.
My Rattler's sitting on the floor right now because I have no idea where the hell I'm going to put it. And again, every time my wife walks into the living room, she's just like,
someone needs to design those wall hangers that like hook the wings so I can hang it on the wall flat.
Just not 3D printed.
Like the Batwing.
Yeah, like the Batwing. Yeah.
Like Texas Designs or somebody should get on that.
I mean, I don't know how to do any of that stuff, so I'm not going to. But someone else should, and then I'll buy it from you. Not the design. I'll buy a version of it from you. Make some money.
100%.
But yeah, I like the idea of it for the Dio. The Bivouac is what sold me, and then I saw if I reference something, you messaged me because I was going back and forth with a bunch of people today. If I reference something, don't call you out by name. I apologize. Just tell me to go fuck myself in the messages or something. But someone said the HASLAB this year is the Snowcat with Frostbite and the Bivouac with Flint and Lady J, and I'm like, that pretty much hits it pretty solid for me. That's how I'm seeing it. But
that's a cool way to look at it. I mean, and we're gonna get to some of those pictures. But I mean, it's got the functioning treads, and I'm going off of my notes too. Pivoting suspension, the illuminated dashboards.
Did you notice they did not show the actual wheels turning?
They did. They rolled it across the thing.
No, they showed it rolling, but they didn't show the front tires move. They showed it in the video, but they didn't show it actually. They didn't actually move them. I don't know if it's because it's the first working model and they didn't have it, but they didn't show it actually turn. They showed it in the video.
Oh,
you mean them to show it off?
You mean the piece they had in hand?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because in the video I did see it move. Yep. Okay.
So I was just wondering if they just forgot it or what. So.
No, I think they kind of explained.
Yes,
oh, that the steering turn? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
I gotcha. Yeah.
Words are hard.
Complete.
Yeah. Words are hard. I thought that was interesting that the steering wheel comes off. So that to me means that it won't interact with the wheels itself. That you'll have to turn them.
Who needs that in a future for toys? I don't understand that.
You can have a steering wheel that turns your wheels, but not a turret that goes up and down.
I don't understand the connection. Like I mean, it's cool that you have a real steering suspension in there or whatever you want to call it, but at the same time, I don't. But how does that help me? I could just turn the steering wheel and then turn the wheels by hand.
Well, when we were kids, right?
Extra step, Bobby.
Did you ever need that when you were playing with it?
No.
If anything, it fucked it up when you were trying to play, and it would turn it and maybe flip it.
What vehicles did? The Ferret did, but the All-Striker didn't.
No.
So I don't
remember. I mean, it is
All-Striker?
kind of a neat feature.
No, the All-Striker did not.
The Spy Troops version did from Toys R Us.
If you turn the wheel.
Not the steering wheel, no, but
no, the wheel.
No, I mean when you turn the steering wheel.
Oh, gotcha.
I think the Ferret was the only one, and that's because the mechanism was like right underneath it. You didn't have it with the Battle Polar Bear.
No, it's too much extra engineering. It's too many extra parts. It's another piece that can break. It's like, and it's not really needed for play, right?
No.
You shut up, Spec.
Okay, I'm sorry.
What do you think these dimensions?
I think it's fucking massive. So me being one of the few people here that has the Rattler at the moment, you still get I'm so glad I didn't back that thing. It's not worth the money. It's such a cheap out, It's a this, it's a that. And it's like, Really? Because when I opened the box, and we've all seen the unboxing, and took out all those parts and felt the weight and the heft and the sheer amount of pieces that it comes with and all the accessories and like how it fits together and how fucking big it is and how heavy it is. Like, yeah, it was worth the price of admission. And now you're looking at a vehicle that's as Punk put it, beefier, bigger than the HISS tank, like is a hybrid of a vehicle and a playset. Like I don't if you're not into snow vehicles, fine. If you weren't into the Snowcat, fine. But like I don't understand how you could sit there and say that this is not worth it, because everything they're packing into this, the crates that the snow skis come in that can come off and become part of a diorama thing, the kitchenette set that slides out, the fact that every tier facilitates and builds off of that kitchenette set to make it a hybrid diorama playset type thing, right? Yep. The fact people were sitting there saying before this was released, man, I hope it can turn into a troop carrier. And boom, there it is. It's a troop carrier.
Wait, we're not there yet. We're not there yet.
Sorry, I'm getting ahead.
That's not good enough.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's not good enough now.
Bobby, do you have Gesundheit or however you say it? What do you think of that? Like, can you get that on your shelf back there? I see a shelf behind you.
No, those are all my random figures. I would love to see it in a DTOL or whatever. That's where my classifieds are currently displayed. But looking up at the HISS tank, it's looking pretty snug because it's on top. It's not in one. So I can't imagine trying to squeeze that thing into one.
That thing is how big that is. It was large.
Yeah, this is fucking wild how big it is.
Yeah, here we go. People saying they're not getting it because it doesn't snow where they live is like saying, I don't want a whale because I don't have a pool.
Well, I don't want a rattler or a dragonfly because I don't fly.
Yeah, I don't have my pilot's license. I said it.
Matthew does.
See, we're not the same.
Well, I'm gonna
bring up Jorgensen's post or comment. That would have been epic, and there's no reason they didn't include a bunch of those or a case of them or a pack of them or something like that.
That would have been hilarious.
That would have been great.
So I will say I do have one gripe, and I actually messaged Lenny about this, and I said, "Hey, I know it's not done. This was always my gripe with Snowcat. Same with the Wolverine is once you're out of missiles, there's no guns on it." And I was like, "Hey, just an idea. I mean, if you're not done with it, if you put just 250 cals on the side, the tooling's already done, right? Then you actually have guns, so when they run out of missiles, they have something to fire." But
well, here's the biggest gripe, and I saw this in the comments, and I have a huge gripe with this. The Snowcat was never this big. It was never bigger than the HISS. It was they definitely upscaled this. I mean, it's completely wrong. Oh, wait a second. All right, now maybe I'm wrong. All right, so these are Punk's pictures that I got from.
Are you sure?
A toy kind of mood. Wait, are they your pictures? Are they?
I don't know. Are they?
So for all the naysayers out this has been covered by Punk and actually multiple people online, but mostly just Larry. And this kind of proves that this thing is a big, hefty piece. Larry, talk to us about this.
Well, actually, Jeremy Kimberlin asked me if I couldn't put these side by side and take pictures, because when it kind of came out that it was going to be a Snowcat, everyone was saying that it's way too small. And he's like, "Can you just get a couple pictures?" I'm like, "Sure." I don't think we ever really looked at it. The HISS is not a very large vehicle at all.
No, it's a Century.
What? What was that?
It's a high-speed Century. It's It's supposed to have one.
You said Century.
It's a Century.
Yeah. Again, like they made the HASLAB HISS very large, which is fine because they're 6-inch figures. But even looking at this here, you can see how much taller the HASLAB one is in comparison to this.
Mm-hmm.
Again, they made it look beefier, but it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look like, hey, we just beefed it up to beef it up. Like that, those front tires there look awesome.
Yeah. What do you guys think, Bobby? Spec.
In terms of size?
Yeah, like does size matter?
I mean, depends who you talk to. There's size queens out there. It got very quiet.
It did get quiet on that one. So I mean, these are great comparisons to kind of run home the point that the Snowcat is bigger than most people think.
Yes.
I'm still in the club of I still don't think the Rattler needed to be a HASLAB. I don't think the Snowcat needs to be a HASLAB. Maybe a made to order or exclusive to Pulse like the Vamp. Because I think they sell themselves. But what do you guys think on that? Do these need to be HASLABs, these two vehicles?
I think once you get the Rattler in hand, I'll be interested to see if you change your opinion on that or not. And then, I mean, just looking at the size of that thing, even if they were going to make it a made to order, it wouldn't be an APC that people wanted. It wouldn't have the sync. It definitely wouldn't have the playset aspect to it. Wouldn't have the lights and sound, the lights, which I know a lot of people don't care about. I think they would just really have to back off all the little things that they've done to make it a bigger deal that it is. And that could be okay. Like, maybe that's what people want. I don't know. But as it stands, I think that it makes a good HASLAB.
Bobby, what are your thoughts? Does this need to be a HASLAB?
I think it goes back to that centerpiece discussion where you're like, what is a centerpiece for G.I. Joe? A regular old Snowcat itself, no, not a chance. But the Snowcat with all the gizmos and gadgets that this thing can do, and like I said, it can turn into a playset or dio, whatever you want to call it. I think it crosses that threshold where it would be in the HASLAB territory. As far as it was just a small rinky-dink two-seater, I don't want to say it would. I don't even think it would still be the same beefed up version that they showed today. I think it'd be a lot smaller, in order for it to be in that wheelhouse.
Yeah, I mean, they really updated this thing impressively. I like this. I don't think I have pictures of it, but I do like that they have the frosted decals to kind of make it look like. Yeah.
Well, if you remember the original Snowcat, if you looked at, I don't know if you still have the pictures there, you can see how it's actually frosted on there. And where the actual wiper goes, it's clear. So I like the fact that they did that. What I was actually thinking would really be good is like the window clings. So you don't have to put a sticker on it. If they had a window cling that just cling to it, that way you do your pictures with that, take it off. Don't have to worry about sticking something to it, because I'm not sticking any stickers on this.
Now, do you guys use your stickers?
Nope.
I think the only one I would use would be the windshield effect on this one, just because I remember that from the one I had as a kid. So,
but if you screw it up, then you're going to be fighting with it, and it's going to look awful.
Yeah, you're going to rip it trying to take it off or something like that. Yeah, I'd be.
And then you're going to have like a label of stickers with one missing, and it's not even on this, and then you're just going to be pissed.
Yeah, but I'm not. I mean, I like the effect or the idea of it. I wish it was more of like a static cling that you could put on and take off.
Yeah,
because if I decide I want to shoot a photo with it, I don't remember the cartoon, but the cartoon did silly things like Quick Kick being in the snow with no shoes or jacket or anything, and I can't remember if they ever had the Snowcat in non-snow environments. But it's like if I wanted to take a picture of it in a garage or whatever, like there wouldn't be the ice effect on the windshield.
Or have done two canopies.
Yeah, two canopies, but then they would have made it a tier, and then people would have.
But they wouldn't have had to. And again, a lot of it has to do with cost. Even though people don't want to believe it because Hasbro is $1 billion company, there's still cost associated with this. And I do want to say this. when it, when people say it's not worthy of a HasLab, if they take this away, they take that away. The whole point is it's a dream project, and that dream project is that little camping set that comes out there, the lights that light up, turning it into a troop carrier, having the ladders that slide down, having the big oversized wheel. That is what makes it a dream project. Yeah, a regular snowcat that you just go ahead and 3D print like this is not, but everything else that's coming with it, that's what's making it a dream project. And again, that goes to the Rattler, to the Hiss, and to the Dragonfly. They did all the exact same things. And I think that's where people lose it. Everyone wants this dream project of something that they won't ever buy. Because if it's not something classic, it's not going to fund, right? There's a reason why they haven't veered away and tried something new. We saw people wanting, what is it, the Avalanche or whatever the later snow vehicle is.
Yeah.
That would never fund, because people look at it and they go, yeah, there's no connection to it.
The nostalgia factor.
And that's huge. That's huge right now when it comes to this.
Well, that's what helps back it. Would you guys agree with that? Bees and Spec?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got to build the value into it.
Now, Bobby, you're younger than us. You said that you like the neon 90s.
No.
No. But you came into it later than us, but you still have a love for this vehicle?
Absolutely. I had I think it was the Sound Attack Spry Troops version or whatever, Toys R Us exclusive. It had blue missiles though. So,
yeah.
And then I think there was a Pursuit of Cobra one, maybe, if I'm not mistaken, with a Joe called Sub-Zero instead of Frostbite.
Oh, yeah.
And then I had that one too. So
now, the realism behind this. Can you guys explain the science?
Have you ever gone
Bobby,
snowboarding?
you were in the military. How often did you see these?
I never was in the Arctic, so I can't confirm or deny that that's real technology.
Well, it's weird that it's a bright yellow and not, say, like a minty green. But what do you think of this?
I think it's fun. I thought they were hilarious as a kid and unique. It's something you wouldn't expect. So it was fun as a kid, and it's fun as an adult.
Well, Spec, don't you think that's like the charm of G.I. Joe, was this ridiculous, these ridiculous weapons?
I mean, the absurdity is part of the fun, right? Oh, it's a snow vehicle. Oh, we're going to put a giant missile on a ski. That's fantastic. I love it. And even more so, the fact that they did a lot of forward thinking on this and said, we're going to make it flip in and out. We're going to make the storage box a potential diorama piece. And you could take the missile off and use the ski as a snowboard for your figures. And since the original release of the Snow Serpent comes with a snowboard, you can have your guys fighting on snowboard battle down a hill.
Yeah, I don't think I got the under part of the snowboard, but here it is. And there's the weapons crate that they made that's just adds to the, like you guys said, the diodes and everything.
But there was another thing that they showed, that if you don't want the ski on it, the missile can just load on the dog bone just like that.
Yeah.
Which once again goes to, we're probably going to redo this in, let's say, a Havoc version, because the green one is considered like the Havoc Mark II, or I don't know, there's a few Havocs, but they kind of showed that. So if you don't want it to be in the Arctic, you're not going to have a ski missile. You can just load the missile right there and it's going to fire normally.
That makes sense. A lot of the things they announced on this HasLab, you sit there and look at it now that we kind of know their thinking on things, and you're like, okay, we're going to see this again. Glenda, Retro Scarlet. I guarantee you this Baroness, when you get into the details and you see that cross hatching on her neck and around her midsection and in her shoulder areas, that's that bright blue and gold comic book version with the green glasses.
Yeah, the Marvel, like a true retro Marvel look.
Yeah, you're going to see this somewhere again. You're gonna see the bivouac, I guarantee. Like, we've got a polar version, so they're gonna release a standalone olive drab version or whatever. Like, I guarantee it.
If you look at the last 3 HASLABs, they've all been repainted, and the Hiss was Python Patrol. We got the Dragonfly as the Tiger Rat or whatever, and the Rattler is the Tiger Rat, and the Dragonfly as and then you have this is the Tiger Force version. So all of them have been repainted in the past as Python Patrol or Tiger Force with the Hiss tank.
Was the Hiss tank a Python? I don't think the Hiss tank was Python Patrol, was it?
I know it wasn't the Duke Art. I don't know if it actually was or not in the 80s.
The Hiss tanks
Tiger
not in
Force
the
Duke
80s.
Art.
His tanks came in different colors. You had the red and the blue and maybe white. But then there was the Tiger Fly, the Tiger Rat, and the Tiger Cat.
And before we go on, I'm going to say you heard it here first, okay? They did a clever Easter egg in there today where I think they said that they're going to re-release the Hiss.
Possibly. I heard that too and was
Did
like,
you hear that?
Paint the Hiss white.
Paint the Hiss white.
I've heard rumblings of a Crimson Hiss.
Well, that's Crimson is not white.
I know, but I'm just saying. I've heard rumblings of it, which tells me that they are looking to, put out another color.
Yeah,
which makes sense.
And they'll strip it down, or they'll change up the lighting or the sounds. Listen, we've already seen it. We've already seen it with the Ghostbusters backpack or the Proton pack. So it's very likely to happen.
They probably have a plan like, okay, we're going to release this. We're not going to touch it for 4 years, 5 years.
Yep.
Then that should give us enough time where we can come back to it. And hopefully, there's going to be the people that are always going to complain about it. But most people will be like, great, I'm ready for it. Give it to me. And they'll take the lights out. They'll take the electronics out. They'll take all the extra guns and missile racks and it'll be a more bare bones.
Or they'll change it up, right? So it's a likelihood. And I think they're being smart by mentioning it in the HASLAB. And we kind of touched on this, the APC portion of this. It's not quite what we had as a kid because the APC was really just a carry case that they turned into a vehicle. So this would be a very expensive carry case. But that's what this was. And I thought this was cool that they added this. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think it's great. It's like Lenny said, is when they try and design these vehicles, the Rattler and the Dragonfly, not as much, but the Rattler being an outlier, is they're thinking of displays and shelf space. And so it's like my Hiss tank has guys hanging off of it so that I don't have to try and make more space on the shelf it's on. The Dragonfly, I've got crazy legs hanging on the side of the landing rail so that, it's like if the vehicles have extra seats or foot pegs or whatever, I'm utilizing that so that I'm not taking up shelf space for other figures that are going to be coming out. And this is just an even larger extension of that.
Bobby, would you want an updated APC, or
I don't think it would
fill that void?
I think this fills the void. I don't think an updated APC would do too well. It's just the APC alone. They'd have to classify it up a little bit or go with how Gridiron did the whole straight up, armored vehicle kind of deal.
Or make a cheap option for the nostalgic factor. Go ahead.
A classified APC would be the size of a large suitcase that you roll onto the plane. All right, and it has the handle. That's what it'd be huge.
If you guys go look at my Sky Striker video, the classified Sky Striker with the Dragonfly, my buddy printed an APC, and it's there. So it's massive. It's huge.
Same with the whale.
Yep. So it would be fun. It's just it's massive.
Did they say if you take the missile rack out and then the piece that the missile rack's on, can that stand separately or not?
They did not say anything.
They should have made a stand for that, so you could use it for like defense or whatever while you have it all set up for.
Well,
that might be in the picture.
When I talked to Lenny, when I mentioned about the 50 cals, he said he's not done tinkering with it, so who knows? But again, there's still budgetary reasons, so he may want to do more stuff, but it doesn't mean that it's going to happen. But Emily was very.
I'm going to answer that question right now. As soon as I find the picture.
Well, when they took that piece off and set it aside, there was something under it, I guess, because of where the peg goes in.
Yeah,
and so
you see it right here.
That looks like you might be able to.
Yeah, that looks like a flat piece. So that looks like.
But if you go watch their video, it wasn't a flat piece
because it drops down further. But maybe because it does stick up enough.
If they just like add little feet to the bottom of it, because all that thing is sitting on top of the APC part anyway.
But you probably don't even need to. I mean, even though it's going to stick up higher.
Oh, are you saying you just put it down and it pushes the thing up a little?
Yeah, it's probably still not going to tip over. It's probably, and that would probably make more sense because you'd want it a little bit higher. But that's actually, I didn't even think about that till Bobby. I mean, plastic expert. Good job.
Yeah. I thought when I was watching it, I was like, that should totally be its own thing when you take it off, so that it's not a useless part.
Well, Bobby and Spec, you guys both do photography. You could easily make that work as a standalone thing in the snow for sure.
I should have made it so it can clip onto a gridiron or scrap iron's drone.
That would be cool. A little backwards compatibility, but that's not going to happen because HASLAB sucks.
You know what you could do is you could take the two crates, and then you could just put the thing on the crates with enough space in between. Drop down, and then look at that.
We don't even have it yet. We're already planning for it.
So the detail is there. Is that another wrench? Are they including a wrench?
A wrench and a tire iron.
But I don't think the wrench is new tooling, so complete waste. I mean, and then we're gonna new tool like wrenches. I mean,
they don't think we're smart enough to figure out this wrench has been used before. This is bullshit.
Again, this is just a money grab.
But it's yellow.
It is yellow. That's a good call.
They didn't even give us the fire extinguisher.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
That should be on all the
vehicles. Snow on it.
I didn't pay any attention. This is a serious question. Are there seatbelts in it? Because I hate tank seatbelts. I hate the Dragonfly seatbelts. I hate the Trouble Bubble seatbelts.
You're gonna hate the Rattler seatbelts.
I can't stand this damn.
There are no seatbelts. I'm scrolling through. If you guys want me to be professional here and just go backwards.
What are the seatbelt laws of the Arctic? Are there any? Maybe they don't need them.
I don't see seatbelts there.
If you get thrown through the windshield with all the G forces, you hopefully hit a very soft snowbank and just glide.
That's what I do for work, Spec.
Well, listen, considering the CEOs in the suits, they may say that somebody's offended that there's no seatbelts and there's no safety thought behind this, so they may have to add them. But right now, I don't see a seatbelt in there.
No OSHA restrictions in the Arctic.
Yeah, that's actually true.
Wait a minute. What did Let It Roll say? They absolutely said the missile rack would sit on its own, and they were working on the cable to connect it to the Snowcat.
Oh, I'll have to watch it again. I missed that.
I missed that.
I'll have to rewatch it.
Yeah,
I believe you.
He's trolling us.
He might be, and we'll go back and watch it, and we'll say he trolled us. Frostbite. I like how they kind of took from both versions here. Not that there's much different. You can't change it up too much here. But
they didn't make the fur light enough. This figure is trash.
It's trash, I tell you. This is fun, man. I mean, they did a good job, I think, updating the character.
It's a good-looking figure. I mean, I like both head sculpts. I like what they talked about, how they're trying to make it where you have just your regular one, but the next one's going to be the one with the expression. It's smart. I mean, no one wants a main head sculpt where the guy is screaming or they're always mad. Like that's one of the issues with Mutt. He's always mad, and even though that does look like the O-ring figure, he needed a second head so he didn't look like he's just always in a snarling position.
Yeah, how come only the dog gets the good boy head? He needs a good boy head too.
So let me ask you guys a question. What's the, you know how like Breaker and Clutch were basically the same figure or the same head sculpt? Was Snow Job and Frostbite?
No,
they weren't the same head.
Not even close.
Okay. Because I always thought it would be funny if they just changed the hair up.
I wonder how much that Snow Job is going for now.
I think he was already going for a decent amount.
He was. I know he was up there, but now they have something even more to shoot for.
Is this the same buck, or is this a different buck?
No,
the lower legs are different.
Well, and I think the coat is an overlay, right, on Snow Job, and then this one it has the app crunch built in.
I'm not sure. The guy moved around yesterday too.
Yeah, while he's getting that, I just had another picture. It's funny. I scrolled through all those pictures to go backward, and it was just I had a repeat right here. Yeah, it's listen, we talked about this portion too. Go ahead, Spec.
He's got the barbell, whatever, dumbbell.
Diaphragm cut.
Yeah, diaphragm cut. And the Frostbite looks like it has the ab crunch. And then the boots are definitely different.
Yeah. We all thought it was the year of Iron Grenadiers or the Dreadnoks, but it looks like it might be the year of Arctic figures. Do you think we'll get a retro Snow Job? Isn't he one of the leaked figures?
They have to give it. I mean, honestly, they have to give you a retro Snow Job because a lot of people didn't get them. And if you're gonna have this, I mean, he's the main Snow Trooper in G.I. Joe. So if he's gonna come, I think it's safe to say by the time this rolls around, Iceberg will be up for pre-order and we'll have a retro Snow Job.
I want Blizzard. Blizzard was always one of my favorites.
See the one with the crazy mask?
Yeah, it was the crazy mask and the backpack that turned into like a funky little snowmobile, and then he had the crampons.
But Iceberg has closer to teal or minty green, so
he was a good one too.
Yeah, Iceberg, he's more realistic because he has minty green.
Yeah,
he hides so well.
It hides well in the snow.
Allegedly real camo, from what I've been told, but everybody I've asked can't confirm that or has ever heard of it or seen it. So they all say the same thing. It's a fun look, but it's not real.
Well, listen, we're looking at this layout, and you guys talk about the play set aspect, and I'd rather have patches, but this will do, I guess. What do you guys think of this? Did they up from the patches?
Yeah,
little.
When I saw that as the tier, because I was trying to search through and I was like, what's the second tier? Where is it? And it's all the way down on the page. And I was like, oh shit. Okay, here we go. Now I see what they're doing.
Yeah. Now listen, correct me if I'm wrong. On the other HASLABs, or at least the HISS, they didn't reveal who you were getting each tier, right?
The HISS
they did not.
But it was Dragonfly they did.
Yeah.
No,
if you remember,
the Dragonfly was a surprise. I think the Rattler they told you.
The Rattler,
okay.
If you remember, the Hiss was so fast. Hiss was so fast that they didn't even have that Cobra Commander ready. That's why we all waited like a weekend. The Dragonfly, they switched it up because we were supposed to get that Steel Brigade. I'm sorry. Steel Corps Commander. He was supposed to come with it. They gave us Crazy Legs, I think. Crazy Legs or the other one.
Ripcord.
I still think Hawk
Crazy Legs, because there was never
the final tier.
No, it was not.
What's that?
It was not. It was supposed to be a Steel Core.
Yeah, it was supposed to be the gold-headed, the one that came in the 2-pack with the Twilight.
Bobby, you said something in there.
Oh, just saying that it was Crazy Legs because we got that like weird like hand draw, like not hand drawn obviously, but like the drawing version of them instead of like the regular 3D render we normally got.
Well, this thing is freaking fantastic. Also, I just want to give a shout out real quick to 3D Joe's. I took a couple of their pictures of the APC and the bivouac. I want to see if you guys agree with me and Spec. Spec and I had a conversation on this already. Should this have been the final tier versus Flint?
No, because if you hit the Lady J, you want the Flint.
Yeah, but I think enough people like.
I don't think it matters
not having it. I think we'll get it no matter what.
Yeah,
but I think Flint being the third tier, the thing is going to flatline for a while, and then we'll just like, I guess it was the Rattler or the Dragonfly. Like at the end, we'll get that uptick.
Well, it hasn't. I mean, seriously, we are going on to what hour?
Do you want to screenshot this, Punk?
It's at 4,600, over 4,600.
Yeah, I mean, the line is dead. We are at 9 hours almost, and it's not funded. Not even the first base. So I already got my stuff on eBay. This will probably be my last live stream, my last Monday night for talking G.I. Joe. It's all sold. Make me an offer.
Sorry to see you go.
The line.
Bobby, what did you say? Do you think that it should be Flint or the bivouac?
I don't know. I think the placement for Lady J and Flint separating them was to obviously it was the necessity because people want them together. People might not want the Dio pieces. People just want the figures. Some people are going to get this just for Frostbite and then sell off the vehicle itself. So,
all right,
it's a good. I didn't think of it that way, so that does make sense.
I didn't think of it that way either.
I don't care much for Flint and Lady J as the tiers. I feel that we could have gotten some other characters, but then that brings the argument of they're locking them behind paywalls and blah blah blah. So
okay,
so I always figured it would be Arctic versions of existing characters, but it was like, we're gonna get an Arctic Snake Eyes. That's what it's gonna be.
I've read a lot on Facebook. Now you may not know this. Some people complain on Facebook a lot. All right. I've heard people bitching that they're not giving us new characters in this. And all I could think of was all you people did was bitch when they put a named character in it that you didn't have before, like Cobra Commander. Now you're pissed off that they're giving you Arctic characters that you already have, which have never been done before. But don't you kind of want some Arctic characters? Because in all honesty, as of right now, let's say they don't add any. You have Snow Job, you have the Arctic Snake Eyes, because there is the Arctic Snake Eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Big Ben. He's the only other one that's really in a snow outfit.
And
Gung Ho.
The nice thing about these, with the exception of like the larger male characters, you could pop her head off and maybe her neck. I don't know how that would work. And put on CoverGirl or put on Scarlet. You can take Flint. You can put on Duke.
That's not what I was thinking. I was thinking this. You could pop this off and put it on Lady J, and then put the second head on this one.
Oh well, I think people will do that too. Yeah,
right.
I mean, somebody I know, they were like, "You mean is Hasbro going to make me buy this thing just to get that Lady J head?" Well,
they wouldn't stop. Dude, that other Lady J head is not as bad as people made it out to be.
It's not.
Listen, I'm a huge Michael Cera fan, so I think they nailed it. Really cool. 10,000 backers to unlock Lady J. I think this was easy. This was one of my first guesses. I got the other stuff wrong. Did you guys think it would come with Scarlet, or we knew a female figure was coming with it?
Yeah, CoverGirl actually would have been a great call, but I think they've done the retro version of Lady J, but she's the exact same. Her color is just slightly different. I think this is perfect. And again, I know people will call me a Hasbro and a shill, but I think it's cool, the world building that they're doing, because some of us that live in the Arctic during like 3 months of the year, we can make some ice and drill a little hole and have stuff, right?
Yeah, no, the fishing rod I thought was great. The whatever it's called, the auger, I think is cool. The fact that we're getting her more cartoon accurate spears with the backpack, which then if you want, you can go put it on the retro one or whatever. I just find it interesting. What do you guys think about the coffee cup now sort of being the new everybody gets a coffee cup?
So
wait, let's hear Bobby. Let's hear Bobby. You're going on for 4 hours on another hour.
Oh yeah.
I think it might be a subtle jab, just kind of like making fun of maybe some other companies or whatever. But I think it's hilarious. I'm all for world building. I know there's people that out there, oh, you can't build 1/12 scale. I got all kinds of 3D printed shit from all kinds of different companies on my desk. I have a set of coffee cups, like in the little holder and everything for them. So I'm all for it. I think it's fun. It spruces up your diode, spruces up your display shelf. It's a fun little joke if someone that doesn't follow anything is just looking. They're like, "Is that a fucking coffee cup in there?" Like, yeah, it's a coffee cup. So
when they were showing off Frostbite, I was like, "Is that a little thermos?" And they were like, "Here's the thermos, and the top comes off to be a cup." And I was like, "That's awesome."
You know what was weird when I saw it, because I was watching on my phone. I saw the thermos. I thought it was the big scope that went on his original M16. I was like, it already has a scope on it. And then when she said thermos, I was like, oh shit, that actually looks really cool.
Well, I mean, they're upping the playset factor. We already went over this, but with the coffee cups, and I didn't get the kitchenette that slides out. Somehow I missed that. But what do you guys think of just the playhouse? Or didn't what did Lenny say? Or he slipped on like the dollhouse or something like that. He said
like
something
like
that.
a dollhouse or like a dollhouse, playhouse, something like that.
I mean, this is great for Dias. They definitely have been listening to the playset portion. I can't imagine what people are going to do with these hot dogs for photography reasons.
Well, some of the people that do stuff like that, like Thanos Copter, they're probably not going to be buying this. But if they can get that hot dog,
yeah.
And you do notice that the hot dogs do have two little holes there, so you can poke it in there.
So the Fire should have a tiny LED and battery, and I was thinking the same thing. But then I was looking that when Emily was taking the little firelight piece on and off, there's little cutouts in the side of the fire effect. So, if you go to Michael's or whatever, you can get these little singular LEDs that have a little wire that come out, or if you know how to solder or whatever. So it looks like there's space. If you wanted to put your own in there, you could.
Yeah, and then we go back to Flint here, and the eggs, the coffee.
I love that he's got a fucking old school percolator and the eggs in the pan. I love it. And I wish the eggs came out of the pan, but
his coffee cup also says Flint, or has his name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bobby, what do you think of the playset features or the cooking stuff? Is this stuff you would ever use?
I think it would. I'm sure I could find some use for it. I think it's a fun idea. Like, it just adds to that it's not just a vehicle sitting there. You can, build it out how you want. I'm probably more excited about the bivouac than any part of this thing, because I keep asking for an outpost defender, and I think this is as close as we're going to get for now. So I'll take it.
All right, cool. Well, the last slide I have, we're at the last slide because I'm trying to time it before my mom comes back from walking the cats. How do you guys feel about
Zen? How many people we are watching right now?
There is 169 people right now.
Wow.
So we appreciate every one of you, and I love that you guys don't mind that we just end the show, because that's about to happen.
Your mom makes it like that.
But it wouldn't be as fun, Righteous Prime.
Do you guys mind waiting? It's 45 days to back, but this is really to focus on shipping in late fall. Do you guys care that you got to wait for these HASLABs?
Didn't they say the Rattler was going to be in the fall of 2025?
Yeah,
they did, and it came early.
This Rattler, I mean, this is less than a year from the time it ended to like way less too, because that one started at San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah,
that went like 10 months between. Well, I don't know. I may still be waiting a year, and Bobby, you may still be waiting a year.
No, you know what? I backed it in September, so it ended in September. So that's less than. I mean, what's the math on that? 9 months.
July, August, September. Yeah, because it went up. So yeah,
I mean, an elephant could have had a baby elephant in that amount of time.
Okay. Is that a joke on the Elephant Man here?
Shit, I did have a kid in that amount of time.
I was going to say, we know when Bobby had his kid.
You had a kid in the amount of time, and maybe another one by the time.
Nope, done, done.
So you guys don't mind waiting like Rocky does?
No, I mean, I had all this time to try and figure out where I was going to put the Rattler, and I still didn't do that. So it's like. Here comes something with an even bigger footprint.
Yeah,
ish.
Wait till you see what I had to do to fit. And I know Derek knows the dial that Michael gave me. I had to put a whole new table downstairs in my living room. My son was like, "You're not gonna put." He goes, "You can't put a table in the middle of the room." I'm like, "I can do whatever I want. It's my house." I didn't, but I moved stuff around. I'm like,
"Relax, big guy."
But yeah, I still don't. I have an idea where the Rattler's going.
All right. Well, listen, we promised Punk that he would get more than 20 minutes to relax before his telethon tonight. So, Bobby, we appreciate you coming on, and as always, I just wanted to say to Spec that